Valley News Live at 10.
The cold weather definitely makes you want to stay in the comfort of your own home. But when you're inside, you aren't safe from the dangers of snowdrifts and ice.
The howling winds and blowing snow also present problems that are much less visible, but just as dangerous.
Valley News Team's Veronica Marshall talked with experts about why you may need to head outside to make sure it's safe inside.
Staying inside on days like these may seem like a luxury, but heading outside, if only briefly, can be a lifesaver.
Nobody's safe from it. Everybody can be affected the same way.
Ice, snow, and wind all play a part in making your home dangerous.
This winter we haven't seen that amount of snow yet, but with the wind blowing the way it goes, you could end up with drifts in strange places.
If those drifts pile up around your gas meter,
it can have significant impacts on your system to the point that the gas pressure is incorrect and could lead to a gas buildup in your dwelling. If you smell natural gas, you'll want to make sure to leave the house before a spark could possibly ignite.
And an explosion isn't the only concern.
We've also had some scenarios from this year in specific that we've had very large or very high numbers of CO within a household that could have been very, very bad.
Carbon monoxide poisoning is more common in the winter, partly due to snowdrifts.
And the drifts are going to cover up vents alongside the house, and the vents are used for the gases to escape your system, such as a furnace, even up on your roofs, to make sure those vents up high are clear as well.
So while you may not want to, going outside on days like these could make the difference between a fun day off or a life-threatening emergency. In West Fargo, Veronica Marshall, Valley News Live.
Another important outdoor chore for homeowners on these wintry days, shoveling snow. It can be hard for drivers to see around large piles of snow, and that can put children and other pedestrians in danger.
The winds are slowly dying down, but if you are heading out onto area roads overnight, like I-29, or tomorrow morning, keep in mind that you'll encounter conditions similar to today. Watch out for the black ice, as you see in that sign. You'll encounter brutal cold temps, slick roads. Hutch, you don't want to venture out without knowing what to expect.
Yeah, that is right. And the cold is certainly something that will stick around through and into the early hours of our Tuesday. For tonight, we're concerned about dangerous wind chills already between 30 and 40 degrees below zero. As temperatures continue to drop, it will remain dangerous through the overnight hours. There's a wind chill warning for many of our counties in eastern North Dakota and much of western Minnesota as well. Here's a look at the forecast as we go through the overnight. Air temperatures drop to 20 to 30 below, with wind chills that will be brutal, 30 to 45 below at the bus stop and as you're heading out the door first thing in the morning. Give yourself extra time to get the car started, warmed up, and of course to travel to work. As the ice will remain, the wind speeds, as you notice there, really do greatly reduce tomorrow, and that will be one step in the right direction. We'll take many more this week. I'll have details on our improved forecast here in just a minute.
All right, thanks, Hutch. And make sure you have the Valley News Live Storm Team weather app so that you can keep up with the weather anytime, anywhere. You'll get the latest forecasts and conditions so that you can plan your day. All you have to do is search VNL Weather in the App Store and download it for free.
One person is dead after an early morning apartment fire in central Minnesota. Alexandria investigators say they're waiting for a medical examiner's report confirming the victim's identity before releasing a name. Police say that 2 other people had to be taken to the hospital for unknown injuries. Investigators are still looking for a cause.
Today is the day we celebrate the life of Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. At Concordia College, people filled Memorial Auditorium to discuss social issues and ways to cultivate awareness by looking at the principles taught by Dr. King. Speaker and Reverend Dr. Nikema Levy-Pounds spoke on the true meaning of this day and discussed ways to let Dr. King's legacy live on.
We want to create Dr. King's version of the beloved community, and that can only happen if we're willing to put the barriers aside and to decide that our humanity is more important than the perceived differences that we may have.
To see more on the celebrations to honor the life of Dr. King, head to our website, valleynewslive.com.
The Minnesota Vikings are a step closer to the Super Bowl after winning over the New Orleans Saints last night and are now just one win away from playing in a Super Bowl in their home stadium.
Valley News Team's Rose Itzkevitz explains how fans are going to great lengths to get to the big game in Minneapolis.
Vikings fans far and wide rejoiced as Minnesota won a nail-biter in the last seconds of Sunday night's game. And according to some fans, even though the team technically has one game left,
they will be in the Super Bowl.
They say come this February, the Vikings will have home field advantage in Super Bowl 52.
Philadelphia isn't near as good a team as New Orleans. They will dominate the Eagles.
I like our chances versus Philadelphia. I think Saints are a tougher opponent.
So with the odds ever in Vikings' favor, fans say the sooner they can buy Super Bowl tickets, the better. But even with one more game left, one ticket can cost thousands and thousands of dollars, which has some paying $250 just for a chance to win 2 Super Bowl tickets.
$250 to buy a raffle ticket to win Super Bowl tickets that are worth, between $12,000 and $13,000 is not a particularly bad investment when you know that you have a chance to actually get to the Super Bowl.
That's Eric Mischie, director of the nonprofit Spare Key. They're raffling off 2 Super Bowl tickets anonymously donated to the organization. Mischie says each $250 raffle ticket has a 1 in 250 chance of winning, which he says isn't bad.
There's a 1 in 500 million chance to win the lottery, and there's a 1 in 300 million chance to win the Mega Millions.
Mischie says one fan bought 10 raffle tickets, meaning he spent $2,500 just for a 1 in 25 chance to get to the Super Bowl. But many fans say they'll be happy if the Vikings get that far.
I was planning on just, sitting in front of the TV, having friends over, so watching it there.
And will take front row seats in the comfort of their own homes. In Fargo, Rose Itzkevitz, Valley News Live.
Spare Key tells us they've sold about half of those 250 tickets and have made about $30,000 for the nonprofit. We have provided a link to get those raffle tickets on our website. All you have to do is go to valleynewslive.com and click on this story. The Super Bowl, by the way, is February 4th at US Bank Stadium in Minneapolis. And remember, you can only watch the big game on KVLY.
A horrific discovery inside a California home. Children malnourished, chained to beds. That's later on Valley News Live at 10.
But first, you'll find tighter security the next time you stay in a Disney hotel. What that might also mean, a loss of privacy.